Hello everyone, Dr. Alan Mandel. Here, welcome back to my channel, Science of Healing. There are 7 things a healthy person over 70 should still be able to do, and most people can't do all of them. The hard part is they have no idea which ones they're already losing. So right now, wherever you're sitting, let's find out together. Because if you can still do these 7 simple things, then I want you to hear me clearly. You're aging better than almost everyone your age, and it is not by luck, and it is not good genes. By the end of these next few minutes, you'll know exactly where you stand and exactly what to do about the ones that need a little work. No pressure, no grades, just you and me. Let's begin. Before we start, just so you know who you're spending the next few minutes with me, I've spent my whole career caring for people in their 60s, 70s, 80s, and beyond. And the one thing all those years taught me is this: getting older does not have to mean falling apart. So much of how we age isn't luck, and it isn't genes. It's a handful of small things you can actually check in yourself and improve at any age. So let's stop talking about it and start. We'll go through 7 signs together, one at a time. If you can do it, wonderful. And if you can't, no shame, no grades, just you and me finding out where you stand. Here's number 7. Marker number 7, rising from a chair without your hands. Let's begin with number 7. And it's a good one to start with because you can do it right where you are. Here's the question. Can you stand up from a chair without using your hands? If you're sitting in a sturdy chair right now, try it with me. Fold your arms across your chest. Now, just using your legs, stand all the way up and sit back down without pushing off the armrest or your knees. Go ahead, I'll wait. Now, why does something so simple matter so much? Because that one movement tells me about the strength in your legs and your hips. And your legs are the foundation of your independence. They're what carry you to the bathroom in the middle of the night. They're what get you off the couch, in and out of the car, up from the garden. When a doctor like me wants to know how someone is really doing, we don't always reach for a fancy machine. Sometimes we just watch them get out of a chair. The strength it takes is one of the clearest signs of how well a body is holding up. If you stood up smoothly without rocking or grabbing for support, that's a beautiful sign. It means your legs are still doing their job and you're protecting yourself from one of the biggest threats to older adults, which is a fall. And if you couldn't quite do it without your hands, please don't be discouraged. I mean that. So many people lose a little leg strength simply because they sit more than they used to. The wonderful news is that leg strength is one of the easiest things to rebuild, no matter your age. Start small. A few times a day, practice standing up from your chair and sitting back down slowly. Even if you do use your hands at first, do it during a commercial break. Do it before each meal. 10 of those a day, and in a few weeks, you may surprise yourself. Muscles answer when you call on them, even at 90. I've watched patients in their late 80s go from needing both hands and a count of 3 to rising up easy as anything in just a few weeks. The body is far more willing to come back than we ever give it credit for. All right, that's number 7. Now, number 6 is one that almost nobody bothers to check, and yet it quietly decides whether you keep your independence or lose it in a single second. I don't want that second to catch you off guard. So stay with me and let's test it together. Marker number 6, balancing on one leg. Number 6 is about balance. And before we try it, I need you to do one thing for me, because I care about your safety more than anything else here. Please stand up next to something solid, your kitchen counter, a heavy table, the back of a sturdy chair, something you can grab in an instant if you need to. Don't do this in the middle of an open room, and if you don't feel steady on your feet at all today, just watch along with me and try it another time. There is no rush and there is no shame in being careful. Ready? Here's the test. Standing tall with your hand hovering near that counter, lift one foot just a few inches off the floor and see if you can hold it there for about 10 seconds. Then switch and try the other side. How did that feel? Steady? A little wobbly? Either way, you've just learned something important about yourself. Balance is one of those things that fades so quietly. We don't even notice it slipping away. There's no pain, there's no warning. We just slowly become a little less sure on our feet until one day there's a slip on a wet floor or a stumble over a rug. And a fall at our age can change everything in a single second. That's why balance is one of the things I worry about most for the people I care for, and one of the things most worth protecting. If you held steady for 10 seconds on each side, that's genuinely excellent. Your body is keeping a quiet, constant control that protects you every single time you cross a room. And if you wobbled or couldn't hold it for long, listen to me. That is not a sentence. Balance comes back with practice, and it comes back faster than almost anything else on this list. Here's all you have to do. A few times a day, while you're holding that counter, practice standing on one foot, just a few seconds at first. Brushing your teeth is a perfect time. Over a few weeks, your body relearns it. You're not stuck where you are today. And here's why this one is worth every bit of the effort. Protecting your balance isn't really about balance at all. It's about keeping your freedom, staying in your own home on your own 2 feet, living your own life for as long as you possibly can. Now here's number 5, and I'll be honest with you, this one surprised me more than any other when I first learned it because it has nothing to do with the part of the body you'd expect and everything to do with how strong you'll stay for the rest of your life. Let me show you what I mean. Marker number 5, grip strength. Number 5 might be the most surprising one on this whole list. It's about the strength in your hands, your grip. Let me ask you, can you still open a jar that's on good and tight? Can you carry your bags of groceries from the car to the kitchen in one trip without setting them down halfway? Now, you might be thinking, Dr. Richard Williamson, what on earth do my hands have to do with how well I'm aging? And here's the part that amazes even my own patients. Your grip strength is one of the best windows we have into the health of your entire body. Researchers have studied this for years, and they keep finding the same thing. The strength in your hands tends to reflect the strength everywhere else. Your muscles, your bones, even your heart. When grip stays strong, it usually means the whole machine is still running well. It's a little like checking the pressure in one tire and learning something about the whole car. So, here's your general test. Find a jar with a lid that's on firmly. Pasta sauce, pickles, anything. See if you can twist it open or simply make a tight fist and squeeze hard for a few seconds and notice. Does it feel strong and sure or weak and tired? If your grip is firm, take that as a wonderful sign. It usually means you're holding onto your muscle, and holding onto muscle as we age is one of the most protective things in the world. And if your hands have gotten weaker, and so many of ours do, there's good news here too. Grip is easy and pleasant to work on. Keep a soft rubber ball or even a rolled up sock by your chair and squeeze it while you watch television. Carry your own groceries when you can instead of letting someone take them. A little honest weight in your hands is good for you. Open your own jars even when it's a struggle. Every time you do, you're sending your body a message. I still need the strength, and your body listens. And one more thing. Don't let anyone take this work away from you out of kindness. When a well-meaning son or daughter insists on carrying every bag and opening every jar for you, they're loving you, but they may also be letting a little of your strength quietly slip away. It is perfectly all right to smile and say, "Thank you, but I've got this one." Now, number 4. This is something you've done 10,000 times without a second thought, but the way you do it tells me more about the years ahead of you than almost any test in my office. Don't skip this one. Let me explain. Marker number 4, a steady, strong walk. Number 4 is about something you do every single day without thinking about it. Safe walking, but not just whether you can walk, how you walk. Here's the question. Can you walk at a good, steady pace? The kind you'd use to cross a parking lot or catch up with someone without getting winded and without having to stop and rest. There's a saying we have in geriatric medicine. We call walking speed the 6th vital sign. You know the others, your heart rate, your blood pressure, your temperature. Well, how easily a person walks turns out to tell us just as much. Study after study has found that older adults who keep walking at a comfortable, steady pace tend to live longer, healthier, more independent lives than those who slow way down. Your walk is like a report card for your heart, your lungs, your muscles, and your balance all at once. So let's check yours. The next time you take a walk, or even just down your hallway right now, notice 2 things. First, your breath. Can you keep a normal pace and still carry on a conversation without gasping? And second, your steadiness. Do your steps feel sure, or do you yourself shuffling and watching the floor? If you can walk at a good clip and still chat away, that's a strong, healthy heart and a strong body underneath you. Be proud of that. And if you've noticed yourself slowing down, getting out of breath sooner than you used to, or shuffling a bit, take that gently, but take it seriously too, because this is one of the most fixable signs on the entire list. Walking is medicine. It truly is. You don't need a gym, and you don't need to push yourself to exhaustion. Start with what you can do, even 5 or 10 minutes a day, and let it grow a little each week. Walk to the mailbox and back. Walk around the block. If you get winded, slow down, catch your breath, and keep going. Your body was built to move, and it will reward you for every step. And if the weather or your knees keep you indoors, that's all right too. Marching gently in place while you hold the counter or walking the length of your hallway a few times over counts just the same. The point was never where you walk. The point is that you keep moving. And one more thing, if your breath feels truly hard when you walk or your chest feels tight, please promise me you'll mention that to your own doctor. That one's worth a conversation. Now we come to number 3, the one almost no one talks about, even though it quietly controls nearly every other sign on this whole list. If you've been waiting for the one that ties it all together, this is it. Stay right here. Marker number 3, real restful sleep. Number 3 is one we hardly ever talk about, and we really should, because it quietly touches everything else on this list. It's your sleep. Here's the question. Do you still sleep through most of the night and wake up in the morning feeling reasonably rested? Now let me ease one worry right away, because I hear it from my patients all the time. As we get older, our sleep naturally changes a little. We tend to sleep a bit lighter, to wake once or twice in the night, and to rise earlier than we did at 40. That much is completely normal, and it's nothing to be afraid of. What we're really checking here isn't whether you sleep like a teenager. It's whether on most mornings you wake up feeling like the night actually restored you, because that is exactly what sleep is for. While you rest, your body is hard at work repairing muscle, steadying your heart, calming the inflammation of the day, and your brain does something truly remarkable. It quietly washes itself clean, and it files away your memories for safekeeping. That's why one bad night leaves you foggy and short on patience, and why steady, restful sleep protects your mood, your memory, and your heart all at the same time. Good sleep is not a luxury at our age. It's medicine you give yourself for free every single night. So here's your gentle check. On most mornings, do you wake up feeling refreshed, or do you drag yourself out of bed tired no matter how long you're lying there? If you sleep well and wake up rested, that's wonderful. Guard that habit like the treasure it is. And if your nights have gotten restless, if you lie awake or you wake at 3 o'clock in the morning and just can't drift back, please don't despair, and please don't simply accept it as your lot in life. So much of this responds to small, kind changes. Try to go to bed and get up at about the same time each day, even on the weekend. Get a little morning light on your face when you wake. It sets your body's inner clock. Keep the afternoon coffee to a minimum and your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. And give yourself a calm half hour to wind down before bed away from the bright television. One more thing, and it matters. If you snore loudly and wake up gasping for air, or you feel worn out no matter how much you sleep, please mention that to your own doctor. Sometimes there's a real treatable reason behind it, and it is very much worth finding. Rest is where the body repairs itself, and now leave the body behind and turn to number 2. The one thing people your age tell me they fear losing more than anything else in the world. But before you let that worry settle in, stay with me because I have something genuinely reassuring to tell you about it. Marker number 2, a sharp, curious mind. Number 2 is about your mind, your memory, your sharpness, your ability to learn. Let me ask you honestly, can you still follow a conversation and remember what was said? Can you recall the names of people you've recently met, at least most of the time? And here's the one I really care about. Are you still learning new things? A new recipe, a new card game, the name of a new neighbor, how to video call your grandchildren? Now, before we go any further, I need to put your mind at ease about something because I see the worry in so many of my patients' eyes. Forgetting where you put your glasses or walking into a room and blanking on why you came in, that is normal. We all do it at every age. A busy 50-year-old does it too. That kind of everyday forgetfulness is not the thing to fear. What matters far more is the bigger picture. Are you still curious? Are you still engaged with the world? Are you still picking up new things, even slowly? Because here's something wonderful that we used to get completely wrong. For a long time, people believed the older brain was finished growing, that you couldn't teach an old dog new tricks. We now know that simply isn't true. Your brain can keep forming new connections for your entire life. Every time you learn something, every time you challenge your mind, you're quite literally building it stronger. In that way, the brain is like a muscle. Use it and it answers. I once had a patient who took up the piano at 79, never played a single note in her whole life before that. 2 years later, her family told me she was sharper than she'd been in a decade. That wasn't a miracle. That was a brain doing exactly what brains do when we finally ask something of them. So how do you check this one? You don't need a quiz. Just ask yourself, in the last month, did I learn or try anything new? And if the honest answer is no, not a single thing, that's not a failure. It's an invitation. If your mind feels sharp and curious, keep feeding it. Stay in the habit of learning. Read things that make you think. Do the crossword. Play cards with friends. Have real conversations about real ideas. A sharp mind isn't luck. It's a mind that gets used. And notice something, nearly everything that keeps the mind sharp also brings you closer to other people. The cards, the conversations, the classes, the phone calls. That is no accident at all. And it points us straight toward the last sign, the most important one of them all. And if you felt yourself getting foggier or pulling back from things because they feel like too much effort, please be gentle with yourself. And then take one small step back toward the world. Learn one new thing this week, just one. A new word, a new song, a new way to cook an egg. Call someone and ask them to teach you something. Because the moment we stop learning is the moment the mind begins to quiet down. And the beautiful truth is, you can wake it back up at any age. It is never, ever too late. Now please stay with me for these last few minutes, because reach number one. You can't test this one with a chair or a jar or a stopwatch. It's quieter than all the others. And yet, in all my years of caring for older people, it's the single sign that has told me more than anything else who truly thrives in these years and who quietly fades. I've seen it again and again. Let me tell you what it is. Marker number one, purpose and connection.